but it's probably. What is this?
Huh. That was quick from Saber. It was instant. They both knew what they wanted. Now,
getting quick flashbacks to All-Stars.
Oh,
hang on. The snowball tech is already there, and he's popped the ghost, and Alla's like, wait a minute, I don't like this at all. He's got a barrier, he's got Ignite, and he's gonna just pop the barrier to try and deflect a lot of that all-in damage. But right there, you see the potential lethality of this Darius in the early levels.
Yeah, and not only that, he's gonna have Snowball up again very soon, right? Have we seen now? I haven't actually had my eye on the 1v1s since, you know, we moved over to the Howling Abyss bridge. So I can't tell you off the top of my head whether or not we've seen many snowballs come out yet, but it makes a lot of sense, right? It's kind of it's skill shot flash as far as this 1v1 is concerned on a significantly cheaper CD. So honestly, hats off to Saber. He's got himself a massive HP advantage now as well, and he's technically got sustain if he can hit the cube. So this is I mean, look at this! And he's gonna get him again!
He's gonna pull him in! He's just dead! You're right, Jamada, that the burn from the passive is not gonna be enough to take him out. We were so ready for it to be over, but Saber is just one auto attack away, because I imagine between an auto, the passive bleed would be the end of Allah, so he's trying to keep his distance. Remember, no flash on this Corki setup. The only other summoner spell that is available is Ignite, but he would have to chunk out Saber a little bit more to make use of that all-in, and he barely Wait, he's going in! You're insane!
Wait, Saber!
What? Oh my...
Giving homework to your player. This is a homework game. This is a watch what happens every single time you get to see Snowball up. And just see how aggressively it gets used.
This will be in history books for ages, Jamada. This is the day that Saber defied everything we have come to expect about the LPL 1v1.
He did just burn Ghost there, though. Unfortunately, he's not going to get value out of it in an actual run-down attempt, just because he barely missed that upper head. But I'm loving this from Saber. This is nothing but a big smile on my face right now.
Yeah, I'm locked in right now. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. We haven't even started the official best of 5 yet. This is just for side select.
Got Snowball up again. See how aggressively he positions, trying to get between the minions and Arla. Oh, and he interrupted!
Pulls him out of the Valkyrie, so huge. But Saber's taking way more damage now that Ala has had a chance to buy and get a couple of longswords and that extra Dorn's Blade for himself.
I did to track the 1v1 meta, admittedly. Run down.
Ooh, I like what Ala did there. He Valkyried in so that he would avoid the outer damage of that Decimate, and that's the Ghost gone from Saber. He's gotten a lot of damage, to be fair, with that Trinity Force already completed.
Yeah, that's really rough. He had so much upfront burst there. Once you miss that outer ring of the Q, it starts to get real risky, and Saber can't base anymore. Look at the ring, look at the minimap. So that's closing in. That is advantage Ala, and that's gonna stick. So Saber somehow has to dodge out on a bunch of damage from Corki at point blank range and then still kill him.
He pulls him in, apprehend, gets a decent amount of damage with that guillotine, but Ala can now just take him out. Oh my!
Pathmaker, that W is a ridiculous tool to stop stopping divers to getting on top of your carries. You've got wave clear out of Pays. I'm expecting Pays will be piloting the Ziggs. You know, once Pays hits level 5 and people get mad about it, and that just kind of reveals their identity.
I mean, they're new. That's why they're getting mad, bro. Like,
no, I know. Waco.
Oh, wait a minute. Waco forced to pop the cleanse. I don't know if Ala overtook this 1v1, but he's got Shun waiting in the wings, and he
dies. Like, you know, obviously his Q and hammer form is to the skies. We need to just start saying Jace goes sky as an obvious reference to what it is.
Oh man, well, Waco's about to go to the sky right now as they send the bomb up high in the sky. And my goodness, Waco is not having a great time. 1v1 from Saber, tries to erupt as he tries to trap Scout in between worlds. Junhao is there, tries to look for the flash, pairs it with the wind becomes lightning, but Scout...
I think he's not going to be involved in this dive unless he walks up and drops an ult on Saber's head, as I think 3 members are about to be on top of Saber's head right here.
Yeah.
Difficult dive.
Saber's got to buy as much time as he can. Junhao is making his way on over. Saber has dodged out away from Shun and missing for now. One spear has only connected, but it's not enough as Shun now goes back in, tries to get that empowered takedown damage with the pounds, but Junhao has turned his attention on missing, and he's just left to the lead here, Jamada. We could have JDG pick up these feats of strength just by securing the dragon, or if they rotate a lot of their members, which they seem to be doing now, to make this dive happen and take out this first turret.
Yep. And Wanjiang, no ultimate here.
Well, missing, tries to go for the solar flare, but Wanjiang is able to dash away out of it thanks to a well-timed flash, and now Ultra Prime are just once again.
These towers have kind of been the, I mean, I think in terms of their damage and their ramp, they've been pretty samey for the last 2-3 years at least. But the spike in this current version is so heavy compared to what we've seen before. As
whoa, Allah is taking Wanjiang on a trip all the way across that turret, but can he get in range? Flash forward with the Natofa strikes. One more, that's enough.
Yeah, 1v1 Jung, unfortunately is 1v1. Yeah, it certainly will. And even though missing's been misplaced a little too much, he's not misplaced right now, and they're looking for a play onto Saber and Rosie Love.
Yeah, Rosie Love forced the flash. Another spear connects. Nice shock blast from Scout. The game is not completely over, but JDG are well in control as they're going to look for another engage onto Waco. We talked about it before. Solar Flare connects for the slow, and Scout tries to go all the way in. And thankfully, because he is tank, he's living for a while, but not long enough to get the lethality assassination down onto Waco. And Ultra Prime. Wait a minute! Kobe! Mega Inferno Bomb! Interested in trying to continue the dive, but they will continue pressing for the minion wave. As Pays, all he had to do was just step up and knock out this turret with the satchel charge, and now the rest of JDG just got to make sure that they are not overextending themselves, because Ultra Prime do have all numbers here and everyone's in position. They're turning right on to missing, and he just might fall before Allah gets a chance to turn on to Junhao. He's already popped the Crescent Guard, and he's making his way out of this fight. Allah getting tangled up here. Mega Inferno Bomb gets a bit of damage right onto Rosie Love as Allah is now going all out. Takes out the support. Saber cutting off Shun from the rest of the fight. Pace trying to contribute whatever he can, but he's running out of mana, so this guy's got no more bombs to supply in this firefight. Shun still trying to look for these spears. The Scout sends it to the skies, looking for Wanjiang. A spear from Shun nails the needle in the haystack, finding Wanjiang in the middle of that clump. As now Shun is looking for another one, goes back in for the pounds. Junhao forced to flash away. Saber flashing on the left side, but it's still not enough. Shun finds Junhao before he falls to Waco on the backside, but Pays with Kobe. He teleported back.
He wins. Maybe it's all part of the plan, right? There's dies super early. You can see already JDG taking control of the top side of this jungle was missing. I think might have to use his flash.
Yeah, I mean, JDG are 8,000 gold up into this fight, so if they can't pull this one off for Ultra Prime, I mean, this just might be done and dusted. And once again, missing does fall for the greater good of his team, as Pays is going to short hop over the wall, looking for Rosie Love as he takes him out for a quick double kill. Now going to look for more as Allah is rounding up Junhao in this corridor. Nowhere else to run. Allah picks one up for himself, making himself 5-0 and 4-0-5, my bad. JDG, this is pretty much a 10,000 gold lead at this point, with the final kill, full ace off the map from Ultra Prime. And JDG, I think it's safe to say this game is over.
This game is certainly over. Don't see a world where Ultra Prime come back now. 10k gold lead. I think 3 minutes ago it was only about 3. So says a lot about the state of this game. Base broke open.
Ultra Prime, they sniffed something's up.
They sniffed something's up, but I mean, Pays a second ago did not have a death cap. So I think they need to be very, very worried about the amount of damage that little Yordle has. And if they get grouped up, that
Mega Bomb is going to send him to Kingdom Come. Saber's already chunked out of the fight. Here comes Missing as he finds the Zenith Blade right onto Waco. And good night as the marksman is still living to tell the tale before Shun sinks his fangs in and takes out the Archer. As Pace finds another one onto Rosie Love, and the rest of Ultra Prime have just nowhere else to run. Junhao will use the Wind Becomes Lightning, but Shun just wants to end this jungler's life as he flashes into the Wolf Pit and takes him down once again. Saber also running out of areas to go, and JDG will completely set aside the Otacon and just run for the base as Zhang does make it out alive, but I don't know if he's going to be enough to save this base.
That that was old teleport, I think we would have just seen Missing take a very mystical journey across the map.
That would be crazy.
This base, this Nexus is not long for the world. And quick footnote before we see this Nexus die, as JDG are just farming KDA at this point.
Had those stats, JDG. You deserve it. Such a dominant Game 1 opener in this best of 5, where we have a lot of questions about how this JDG team is going to do, and they have a swift statement. And Maokai already locked in. The Nautilus, I'm going to be honest here, Jamana, I'm a little surprised. That does not offer nearly as much safety for Jinx, and so it puts it more on Paze's shoulders to peel for himself.
Flash times, they flash at the same time, level 1, so Paze has Cosmic Insight. Waco did not have Cosmic Insight.
No, he did not, and he hooked Rosie Love out of the dash. Oh!
He's not going to be able to, no, he's not going to be able to steal it with the, just held onto it for a little bit too long. Now top side. Breakout here.
I mean, they're going to get feisty. Missing is not level 6. Jung is. They are giving Shun the space to set up and take this first dragon of the game.
Does get that trade back. But that's still a little bit rough, and Junhao's in the area. Now, Maokai, he's not easy to dive, but this Maokai might be on the easier side of the spectrum for sure. He's going to look for a recall. Junhao should just about see him, and he does. He's going to interrupt it. Sleep options there. Do it late.
Jung has already popped the dominance, so he's got to go in now and execute. Flash does not come up in time. Prime are completely invested on the bottom tier 1. And if they can just get another minion wave pushed in, they should be able to beat them to the punch. Yeah, this is totally Ultra Prime's objective to claim. Nicely done by Ultra Prime to be able to compete for first brick. And now JDG really
kind of an uptrade for JDG. You have to remember, first Tower Blood.
Priority of Paze in the mid lane, get an extra bit of chip damage. Oh, Rosie Love really wants to send it on to Shun, forcing his flash out. Rosie Love is a little far, and he doesn't get a chance to battle dance away. It's a team who has pretty much really locked in, and they're much more synced up than us too.
This is a good indicator. Teleport's coming down, Herald's going down. So JDG, will they get it, and will there be a fight after the fact?
1400, Rosie Love is in. 1100, can Shun secure it? Yes, he does. Jung is on the left side trying to route out the plant lady, but Junhao is in trouble because the rest of JDG have collapsed on the bottom side of the map. Back onto the top side of the map. Jung almost has taken out Shun, gets one more dash in, and takes out plant lady herself. JDG losing out on the support as well.
A guess. Sable will pick up this tier 1 rather on the top side. Messy fight for JD.
Here's here, Jamada. So I'm expecting the next time Junhao's got that flash button up and available. Coming in. Scout arrives to the mid lane. Decent E onto Shun, but good God, Saber just got blown up. And Paze got priority and threatened this tower.
I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to threaten the tower though, because Dragon's already dead. They just have to rotate out, so...
Dang.
This Atacon buff does not die. It does not die quickly.
Look where Rosie Love is. He's waiting. He's waiting for JDG to enter, and now he's going to try to look for Shun that gets his flash out, so the engage now turns right onto the front line of JDG. Missing could be the first one to fall, but Saber gets burned out once again, and Paze gets the resets, and he's excited, and he's rolling through every single member of Ultra Prime. Good night. It was a nice attempt to use the Atacon to bait them in, but JDG just played it way better than they expected, and this Atacon is now gifted freely.
I mean, honestly, I don't even... The Atacon buff on hand, the way that the execution keeps on falling in favor of JDG, it just continues to mount the pressure on top of Ultra Prime right now.
And that gold lead that Ultra Prime briefly had, it's gone. Now swings back over into the hands of JDG. Rosie Love once again maybe angling and posturing for an engage. Gets a decent grand entrance on the backside, but Jung has already fallen as Saber. Really great fate sealed, but this is the Atacon GAs that are being taken off the board. Dash and dance around the fight.
He does. Has that all, like you say. Rosie Lovey's looking for a play. It's awkward.
Oh, they find Pays, but public execution from Scout delays the engage and gives Baby Pays enough time to survive. But Waco commits his own flash to get rid of the wall and assassinate the other marksman. Big shutdown as Junhao is in the backline with the rest of his comrades as they take out another member from JDG. And that was the moment we were waiting for, Jamada. One moment of brilliance from Ultra Prime to swing this game out of the hands of JDG.
You know what? Just Route 1 football from Ultra Prime. They've tried all of these fancy set plays, try and go for these multi-prog. They just send it down mid. Rosie Love straight through the entirety of JDG. It's arguably the most rudimentary engage they've had all game, but it's the one that works. And it should net them Baron on top of all of this. Ala, I don't know how much he's really got in the tank to stop this. It's him and Missing versus 5. There is no damage on the table. This should just be Ultra Prime's Baron to take.
And Saber has rejoined the fight with Teleport. Oh no, Super Mega Death Rocket! Oh my god, it got so close! But Junhao secures the Baron. But now it becomes a dance of how many people from Ultra Prime can survive and escape. As Scout joins the fight, they've got Hextech portals, so everyone from JDG is piling on in. But Ultra Prime have seemingly escaped for everyone except Waco. I'm sorry, brother. Someone's got to die, and you're the sacrificial lamb that's left.
State, Hextech Soul, that turns into a Baron kind of easily. Could have got real slippery real fast.
Cure it outright, but Ultra Prime got another wave on the way, and JDG cannot stay to defend it.
That's going to be tier 2 down here as well. Scout can't stop this from happening, so a lot of gold swung in.
I just want to point out I was completely wrong on the Dragon timer. I thought it was 3.5 minutes. It just spawned, so...
It's up now.
It's up now.
Oh.
My bad. Ooh, good hook. Looks for Junhao. He's going to pop the Zonias, and he's forced to flash away, so he can't use his ultimate proactively. He's going to get one Lilting Lullaby onto Pays, and he takes a quick nap before he cleanses it, and now the jungler from Ultra Prime is gone. Super Mega Death Rocket doesn't get that much damage off of it, but Waco is in so much pressure that he's forced to pop the Featherstorm. John goes for a flash-in, desperate play, and he pops his GA, takes one support with him, but he's got to deal with the rest of the squad from JDG, and he's not lasting that much longer. Saber, no, not today! Fate
Soul going over to JDG. Spoke about 5 minutes ago. That dragon went over. It would have probably been Baron out, considering where Arla was anyway. So 1-for-1 still feels fine. As we come out of replay, people are dying.
Yep, Jamada, and they've already...
Indeed. Baron, Hextech Soul. It's going to be 2 of Bearing. We're looking at a game 3. Ultra Prime. The only resource division you have as champions. That is how things are going to unfold for you, JDG.
A lot of reliance on in Pays.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest with you, because I think JDG have been very creative in their lane assignments early on. They've been willing to lane swap or accept lane swap situations, but also, again, you know, post that kind of initial level 1 setup, hold that fort. Jung.
Holy moly. Jung burning down, Ignite, finally takes him out. Junhao also forced out of the fight. Here comes the public execution over the wall. Good night, Rosie Love. And there's only 3 members left standing from the side of Ultra Prime. There is still a Lilting Lullaby available. Junhao, no flash available. Saber forced to use the Fate Seal just to retreat back into the fountain, but Waco doesn't get to survive. Junhao and Saber are just begging for mercy, but JDG, there is no mercy in this house, as JDG will claim a 2nd game of the series.
As a pick didn't actually get directly nerfed, Galio's support here for Missing into this Elise pick. And honestly, I kind of like it. You've got...
make the counter engage possible. No, I buy it. Now, Junhao has skipped a couple of camps to make sure that he can arrive on this bottom side of the map looking for that Vault Breaker. It's just a simple sidestep for Missing, but he's already burned the flash, and they're preparing for this mid lane play.
Yeah. Just trying to match each other here. Saber shouldn't be in trouble, though. If Shun makes it here, certainly will be.
No, flash, and it's not in time.
It's going to be a big deal as Pays also gets this mid lane plate with Missing. So the cross map actively happening here for JDG in recent years. So he's very, very tenured on it. As many junglers are, but some are far, far less efficient than others, as Arla sidesteps that Q. It's going to be big in keeping him alive here.
He's going to call the Ram, but doesn't get a chance to actually use it because he was CC'd to death. And for Ultra Prime, that's the 2nd kill of the game going their way. And Jong being able to pick up some of that gold is now really putting the gold snowball in the right places on the team.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I'm not sure, maybe as we panned up, getting them damaged, I think, real soon. Though that wave clear, frustrating, not going to matter, forced to dive anyway.
Yep, Jong leads it, Junhao follows up, and extra plates for Pays, while the rest of Ultra Prime, you know, be glad in the fact that they over-invested for that play and guarantee first.
Only really want to start kind of being active around 2 items at the earliest.
Yeah.
So this gives Ultra Prime a lot of freedom in these next maybe 10 minutes or so per farm. Though Scout's gonna get a little bit, so one apiece. JDG picking up that first one. That's the main thing, right? Scout and Shun gonna try and dive this Jax right now.
That's one way to put pressure on them, but Shun takes a little too much damage from the turret, and Jong realizes
just fine for the next 5 minutes or so. Just sitting here and kind of
forcing him off and seeding defense of the structure. This will give JDG a little bit of extra gold in their pockets for gold. Ala looking for potentially lethal onto Saber, just a trade of ultimates so far, and Saber will respect the potential lethal that Ala does have.
Saber close to a second item, Waco close to a second item. Hayes has his 2 items completed and they're playing with his tier 2 on the bottom side.
Tie everything back together. Despite Ultra Prime having a little bit of very fun and explosive early game action, they haven't really steamrolled this game ahead as Jong... Oh wait, he has survived? No way! I thought he was... We've been slowly waiting, Jamada, for the action to...
That's all he really has to do. The Scout keeps Cryo topside and then looking for a play up here.
Wants it. Cyclone sets up the guaranteed flash taunt for missing, looking for Saber. Ignite burns him down, and Rosie Love does not get a chance to escape. Saber lives, but the rest of Ultra Prime now down without a support, and it's a 5-man advantage strong for JDG on the map as they take out this tier 2 turret, and now they're starting to make...
It will be given to Shun. The vision pop comes through. They see Junhao. And now remember, there's no information for Ultra Prime. They know that because of the Scuttle proc. They're going to be spotted on that youth rotation. It's going to be alright. So no Baron, no big play, no decision made by JDG there.
We got a little bit of the explosive action from JDG as they find potentially another pick. Junhao, if it goes down, surely that should
Going for a Baron contest just feels horrible, right? You've got 2 teleports already available, so if you kill those solo laners, they'll just withdraw and teleport right back. So take the towers. JDG understand that.
They did not immediately gun for the Baron after Otacon was completed because they had to correct a lot of these waves on both top and bot wave. Ala might be in trouble. Junhao and Jung have done a great job of routing him off and away from any reinforcements. The rest of JDG are just pushing through the mid lane. Ala, there goes the Otacon GA. That is gone, but JDG will take advantage of this and pretty much open the map through the mid lane. Tier 2 completely gone. That True Shot Barrage, it does not find Jung, does not delay the recalls, but they got the work that they wanted anyway.
See it now.
And there's no split push pressure, so Ultra Prime are opting into what should be JDG favored in this 5-on-5 composition that they've built for teamfighting. But Missing is already taken off of the fight, but that's the Otacon GA. They turn on to the left side looking for Jong, pops the stasis, but gets out with the leap strike, looking at Shun. He secures the Baron. Oh, wait, Junhao stole the Baron away from JDG. JDG, they've completely lost their marbles. They're losing a couple members on both sides, but that's a big win for Ultra Prime to take away and deny the Baron as Waco Waco! Pays. He's flashing forward. He wants a statement to be made. He takes out Pays, and he goes down for his efforts, but holy moly.
Hold on.
I like what you're cooking here, Waco.
Over. There's no way that Ultra Prime are going to be able to take this one. They will face check, but they're more than fine. Rosie Love, he's getting busted down in CC as well to Jung.
Counter-Strike only on the 2-member. He's got to delay as much time as possible. Rosie Love gets popped, and Scout is looking for Jong next. Jong is doing everything he can. Another proc with the Counter-Strike with the CDR just is not enough.
I don't know what else to say, and as he dies as well, I think, well, not I think, the Atacon behind Ultra Prime this. Looking for a play on the side lane, and I like this. All in on the side lane. You've got the Hull Breaker. It's really hard for Ala to kill. JDG have to respond to this.
My goodness, I mean, the turret just evaporated. Scout is there to answer, but Saber's just going to try and force his hand. That's Seekers or Zonya's gone, and now Saber has to run for the hills, popping the Ghost. But they've got their objective.
I think JD have to all in this Baron. Otherwise, it's just a trade that Ultra Prime are happy to get. But a little bit hesitant. So it's late, but also look where Junhao is. He's being held up here by Arla. And I think this Baron should go down, but how did Ultra Prime get the fight after
3,000, Junhao, can he get into the
Junhao
pit?
is
He's
dead!
close, he does it again! Junhao, the man that was behind Shun Spot and BLG on the BLG Junior team, is able to show up against the man that was in front of him. He does go down, but they deny Baron buff away from JDG. Ultra Prime now just have to live. They have to contain as many Baron buffs as they can for the last surviving members as a Cocoon. They fumbled, and big props to Junhao for being clutch on the steals. However, he might be caught out here. This call of the Forge God will land true, and ain't no way Junhao's escaping this one. JDG forced the numbers advantage on
3 versus 2. Pays Shun and missing. Will be an inhibitor down, but it's the lane inhib, right? So it's not the most important, but I think in this context, it's pretty good because you're dealing with all of this side lane pressure, right? And it kind of acts as a bit of a counterweight. You've always got super minions pushing through the mid lane. Hold on, Waco!
Into the back line, but he's got to be careful for the Cyclone as Shun completes the flash and knocks him up, but Saber is here for the collapse. Pace is left all by himself, but he deals with Rosie Love anyway. The rest of Ultra Prime trying to eliminate JDG's last carry into Scout, but he pops the stasis, and that Chaos Storm has the power of the Arcane, ripping them to shreds, and Ultra Prime might have just blown their one shot to take a game off of JDG, because now they're down 3 members, and JDG is still rocking with 4.
Yeah, Pace is walking towards the mid lane. There's no wave for the moment, but as I say it, look how close it really is. Arla drops the ward for Scout, and it's 4 members of JDG in the base against Jax and Vi. 2 versus 4. Let's see if Ultra Prime can hold on to this one.
Can Junhao pull out another miracle? He sends it onto Scout, but Pace is just free-firing with these Mystic shots, and if you can't take either out, there's just no chance in hell you can stop the power of JDG. 3-0, GG, well played.
Real end-to-end stuff.
You know, not to say that Junhao was completely without fault, but this was, for a moment, such an impressive showing from Ultra Prime. And once again, you know, the story is similar to what we got against the Weibo Gaming series. For the most part, you know, Ultra Prime expected to just get completely smashed. Remember, this is a roster with 3 players making their official LPL starter debut in the season of 2025. Junhao coming from BLG Junior, Saber and Rosie Love coming up within the Ultra Prime Academy system. You know, game 3, they showed the best that they could, you know, and if for a moment, Jamana, for a moment, it looked like it was going to be enough to just get 1 game off.
They had me fooled. Well, fooled is not the right word. I feel bad saying they had me fooled. They had me convinced, right? They had me convinced that they could potentially pull this rabbit out of the hat. But alas, JDG come up strong. And, you know, it's just a couple of small, you know, mistakes, I suppose, in execution. Not really, or like being unable to kind of solve some of the issues they had in closing out that game, right? I think the big one was the side lane thing. It's a very awkward game state to be in, especially if you're not necessarily practicing, like, you know, these 1v1-esque comps. And the solution, realistically, and I should have called out in the cast, so it's my bad for doing it retrospectively. It just makes me look like a worst analyst. You start to overload into one side lane, right? Mm-hmm. And in this case, they did it a few times, in fairness to Arla, and it looked really, you know, successful, maybe too strong a word, but again, it gave them opportunities to potentially play out the rest of the map, right? But unfortunately, even by doing that and sending Junhao to a side lane, didn't end up working out for them. And yeah, again, just generally very good responses from JDG. This might have been a 3-0, but this very easily could have been a series that frankly went the distance. This is not one of those 3-0s that you look at, or this is probably going to be one of those 3-0s that you look at, and if you don't remember the series, you'll think, yeah, of course JDG 3-0'd Ultra Prime, but once you, of course, start VOD watching, start going through the tape, you very quickly realize just how far Ultra Prime were able to push Jingdong in all 2 of the final games here. Because game 1, of course, was a little bit stompy.
Yeah. Game 1, definitely the most convincing and not leaving pretty much any room for us to think otherwise that Ultra Prime had a chance. But yeah, I selfishly am even more sad that Ultra Prime were not able to close this one out, because then I could have been right in my prediction, Jamada. I could have had the 3-1 dream. Oh man, it could have been pure cinema. We got very close though, and
I mean, this game was cinema. Look at that gold craft. It is so up and down throughout all of it. But in the funnier of ways, to be honest with you. Yeah, fantastic game to spectate. And if you tuned in late, or maybe you quite literally have just opened the stream, you're catching this portion, I definitely recommend you rewatch this game. This is a fun game to go through and navigate. Ultra Prime finally getting to show a little bit of skin in the game, right? Again, game 2 not as muted as game 1, but certainly still dominated by JDG. But this one was all about them, really, right? And how they could find ways to try to problem solve this 1v run that they'd set up for themselves. And JDG continually offered harder and harder equations to solve that unfortunately they couldn't quite overcome in the end, though it was starting to look likely with some of these Baron stills.
I just want to call back to how you kind of compared this series to an anime arc, because my god, especially with this awesome music choice we've got going on in the background, I feel like I'm watching the latest episode on Crunchyroll, bro. My goodness, it really was going from absolute ain't no way our protagonist.
So far we're seeing, well, very traditionally a lot of teamfight compositions in the current meta, and that looks like it's going to maintain that way. Obviously with the Corki and the Hui, you've got a lot of long-range poke on the side of BDS. Leverage their strong bot side of the map to secure themselves first dragon. With 113 on the bot side of the map, it makes a cross map for the Grubs a little bit harder. But 113 has found a way in.
All right.
Flashes.
Good smite. Does manage to make it over the wall. Maorang, though, still doing okay. Para's going to follow. Maorang likely to fall here, but he did get the objective he came for. Nuke trying to come in and snipe the kill with the Severing Bolt. Flash out from Maorang. Now, starting their second objective of the game. BDS were able to grab that first kill. They are one step closer to the feats of strength, but it's the second objective for Rogue if they're able to grab all 3.
I mean, I guess the payoff of dying for Maorang, quick reset back to base, heads back out onto the map immediately. Adam also getting a reset off, allows him to get the push. Irrelevant hadn't had that opportunity yet. Now he's gone back to base. And it's going to pick up that
catch out. Nuke on the Hui. Dash in, flash forward on the ulti, a little bit awkward, trying to get tricky with it, but now just gets caught up anyway. Perfect use of the Petrifying Gaze, and down goes. Yeah, well, sometimes it's a hands diff, and sometimes it's a mind control diff, and Maorang got the mind control diffy there. Is Execute, finding a little bit of lockup. Ice doing a lot of work in the individual fight as 113 tries to make it the hell out, but he's already taken down. Paros needs to get out of there too. Maorang just in time to cover. Double buffs for Patrick, and in the extended fight, Rogue. Now it's all eyes on first tower. Kalista obviously known more for neutral objective control than how quickly she takes tower, but if either side fumbles a larger play, tower likely the next thing to be awarded. For now, Irrelevant creating a lot of pressure here on the bottom side, might look to go all out. Good lockup coming for Execute, buying a bit more time for the rest of the team to get there to stop him getting anything more in the 1v1 or 2v1 as Patrick shows up, and now needs to survive the dive. This is a rough dive. They need to bait the W, the Pathmaker, as they are unstoppable now. Flash in full, continuing all out from Irrelevant. That is not what you...
Already rotating down from the top side. Larson doesn't have his TP available, meaning that BDS will guarantee numbers advantage. Oh, 113.
Starting to fight. 113, that is not who you are looking for. You are still a very squishy tree. Instantly cut down. Lumberjack at him. But now the ulti from Hui coming in is perfect. Nuke finds his man. Is going to lock up Patrick as well. The fall damage there. Paris looking for a little bit more. Ice and Nuke trying to get involved in the fight. Relevant pulling one back in the meantime. Larson's going to have to turn this all back on his lonesome. It's him and Maorang versus the world. Nuke, Ice, Irrelevant backing. And Maokai are able to lay down so much magic damage. You're really so squishy. TP comes in, completed item for Larson. That's 2 under his belt. Are they going to be able to find this fight and get to soul point? Rogue certainly on the back foot as the objective starts to reset. The poke coming in from Nuke, but Rogue can just look for the engage here. Malrang ulti about to come out. 4K, are they willing to go for the 50-50? Adam just continuing to poke off to the side. Nice solar flare locking up Nuke. Instant follow coming from Larson. A clean combo to keep things going. Malrang looking for a little bit more, but again, it's Nuke still standing, blinking health bar, but it's not going to stop from keeping the fight going. Irrelevant has barely been touched. Ready to get back into the fight. One member lost on the side of Rogue. No one else has gone down.
Engage looked really promising for Rogue, but they couldn't quite convert it into a kill. 5 members of BDS. The health bars are low. Larson and Patrick looking very healthy. Malrang is looking to get some health back, trying to find a flank.
Okay,
ulti.
Going in with the ulti, gonna try to get the work done himself, but the shield coming in from Irrelevant is clutch. Adam now getting in behind him, but the Dragon has been taken down. A good smite coming in from 113 in the first kill. Now Adam needs to get the hell out. Ulti already used in the fight, Irrelevant on the chase, and it's all falling apart for Rogue. Back and forth, but in the end, BDS again coming out on top.
BDS just dance around Rogue in the fight. While the roster may have changed, BDS is fundamentally Irrelevant, going to be the target once more. They've tried this a few times.
The damage from Larson is going to be crushing here. There's nothing he can do against the Casio. Grounded, he has no way out. Nice pick on the sideline coming in from Rogue and Atacon.
Through this objective right now. But you've got to remember that starting this objective is a scary thing to do.
Ulti onto 113, trying to keep it out of the fight. Execute now going to follow, but the objective's still relatively healthy. Pull back. The aggro hasn't reset, but it's only 5K. A ton of spears in its back. They still might be able to secure it. Execute going to look to body block this one, but he'll likely lose his life in the process. The objective might be all that matters. Larson trying to bit more space, and now they're going to have the extra life to pull in. All of BDS immediately running. Nuke laying down the blue carpet to try to speed them out to safety.
Goes inside it, but I don't think that's what he wanted to do. Quickly evacuates, and then when this Maokai ultimate comes through, watch Larson as he throws down the utility, chucks out the ultimate to try and keep 113 away. The 113 actually got close. They should be fine conceding a few things. They don't have to overfall. I mean, the pressure is on Rogue to reclaim some opportunity back. They're diving.
Going in, CC immune, but not immune to death, although he will be sent packing back to base. Execute withdrawing as well. Rogue getting very little. I think
he's going to channel it now.
Bit of an awkward angle. BDS just walking away. They have the vision to see this coming. Not going to get caught out, by the way. 3K lower. Going to be the 50-50 on the smite. In the end, the Corki going to be the one who grabs it. Adam going into the midst of the team, but it's just a meat grinder. He instantly gets deleted. Now Larson flashes forward, but this time they're ready for it. Quick reactions to instantly turn that one around. Malrang running as well. This is a complete disaster. Rogue desperate to make a play for the second time in a row, but this time there's no additional life. There's no extra buff, and now Patrick's in trouble.
BDS just play the front to back beautifully. Patient, well executed, and Rogue just get dismantled. Another kill goes over to Nuke. 6, 1, and 6. In terms of whose frontline dies first, I think it's just Rogue's. Like, Adam seems to melt in every exchange. He's going to be forced to ulti here.
No, holding on as long as he can. Really desperate not to ult. Will finally ult, and now it's going to start to run back again. A bit chaotic there. Malrang also throwing out of the sneaky objectives being on the table, although Ice going to start this one knowing that he has the time and that Rogue really aren't in a position to contest. And Rogue, well, they do have a fast Baron, or the Baron. Ice playing this one slow with 113. Passive healing, keeping 113 relatively topped up.
Malrang is the person you have to be cautious of. Looking for a steal. Max looking to try and give some vision.
A split call here. No one's stopping Malrang from getting in the pit. 5K.
Ice is now very low as well, taking a lot of damage.
Debating. Waiting for more members of Rogue to walk away before they try to burst this down, but they know Malrang can see.
This is very awkward.
But good discipline that they haven't burned anything else. They're waiting for Execute to go down. Malrang now getting into the pit. Might just try to keep hitting the Baron. I'm not sure what the plan is here because Rogue are now slowly being pushed back. Execute down. Nuke, godlike Malrang still in the pit. The rest of Rogue just trying to poke over the wall to stop their jungler from going down to hope to steal something back. But Paras coming in. Looking to get the job done. It's a bit of a split call from Rogue, but it doesn't matter. They get the Baron. They'll get the fight as well. Irrelevant there to take down Adam. Bit more damage onto Larson, but Archangel's keeping him healthy. It's all falling apart for Rogue here.
It's Rogue that actually pulled the trigger. BDS's patience pays off as Patrick now running for his life. Irrelevant is looking to run him down.
Spears. Slow goes in, severing bolt. Nice backstep. Patrick, good movement.
He stays alive for now, but the Baron secured the team fight one. BDS in firm control can now look to begin their siege. Resets definitely need to come through, but they're going to secure this top tier 2 before they. It's been very difficult for Adam to really threaten that backline.
And it's so hard when you fall behind in a game like this too, because you lose that vision control. Larson forced to flash and retreat, Execute off to the side. at least getting a little bit of damage down on the nuke, and now Olaf on the chase. Bit of revenge coming in for Adam as Nuke tries to hold the line as best he can. Irrelevant might just be able to save him though, trying to take Adam out of the exchange, but down goes his mid laner. Now it's Irrelevant versus Adam, but Adam in trouble. The rest of BDS trying to collapse. All of Rogue running away from their own base, trying to get out with just the pick, but they've already lost both their carries.
The best thing for BDS to do now is stop the bases. Paris and 113 can just keep throwing saplings into the brushes, interrupting these bases, and you can allow Ice to just break open the base. I feel like Ice should just be running towards the base right now. He doesn't need to be chasing for these kills. Perhaps the priority is on the Dragon instead. And it looks like that they're going to look to try and secure the Soul. Either way, another teamfight win for BDS. Adam finally finds a way onto the backline. He does take down Nuke, but you can see the cost of being able.
Yeah, starting to look more like a threat. Certainly a little rough around the edges in a few areas, but once they make it into those fights, they've been nothing but consistent. Alti moving in. I might try to find the angle, but again, the range advantage just makes it so easy for BDS to just poke. If Rogue try to step up and contest, they're going to be losing 50% of their HP bar. So even the smallest step forward, they need to be ready to turn it into a full engage, or they're just going to slowly lose this one.
BDS is just that much more durable with this Chem Soul at their back as well. The longer the fight goes on. Slowly sieging away, slow and steady has been the name of the game for BDS, not over-forcing, leveraging their range as you highlighted. They secure the bot inhibitor, they'll turn their attention towards mid lane, staying as a 5-stack for now.
Larson with death cap, but there's really no TP wards for him to get to. Malrang finding the initial engage onto Irrelevant, not ideal. Adam already ulting, but doesn't really have a target to stick to as Ice goes 1v1 versus Patrick and clearly comes out on top. Bit of a shield to back him up from Nuke. Rogue with an 80 carry down, minions coming in, and inhibitor already falling as well, a second likely to follow. It's all on Larson, no flash, but he does have the death cap.
I mean, he's gonna have to find some crazy play to turn this one around. 113 drops the ulti.
Awkward, not maybe hitting those priority targets as Irrelevant gets a bit more space. Larson now in trouble though, good engage coming in from Paris. 113 now following up. AP Maokai might have enough damage as Larson desperately tries to hold on, but the Ignite stopping the healing, making sure the Rel can get the job done, and that is it. Rogue, some good looks in the early game, but ultimately BDS just better in the fights, more consistent, playing better together as a team. They will go 2-1 in week 1 of the LEC Winter Split.
An easy ace to round things out.
Double carry backline threats would be solid, but instead the option is going to be the Jace. Will it be the tank or the more conventional poke option?
There is Jace and Unending Despair.
Oh, that is a good call. Crystal, excuse me, a Sapphire Crystal, it just does not mean a lot. Oscar has to be careful here, though. Not sure if he has awareness of Sheo. If the root connects, it's so easy for Carlson to try and finish the kill here, but Oscar in level 5, Carlson very low. Sheo gonna need to burn all of his cooldowns to try to stay standing here. Razor flashing in to try to get that jump done, and now Sheo and Ivern on his lonesome, but no damage to his name. Fnatic happy to just keep pushing.
Sheo, he was there to cover for a potential gank. Unfortunately, Carlson took way more damage than Sheo could help to mitigate. They get the wave pushed underneath the tower, and it's Fnatic starting off their game with first blood.
This is the tough thing about Jace. Hold that thought, extend. Now gonna go for the quick punish on Mickey. Mickey not gonna make it over the wall. Nice escape there, finds the stun. Both aftershocks used, and Razor gonna grab at least one. But they can't really afford to stick around. Wave not in a good spot top lane. Just now resetting means Oscar gonna be late to the play. Even though he is ahead in the 1v1, it just shouldn't matter. But the smite is good. I don't think they should be able to grab 3 here. 200 health. They're going to grab all 3. Team Heretics. You talked last game about it's just a bit unfortunate.
An awkward affair. The root comes through onto Razork.
Razork's still rooted. Fnatic still looking for this fight. Humanoid level 6. Pullback is good. Ulti good to follow as well. Double kill! Going in the blink of an eye.
Zoning away. Mickey and Oscar from the tower. Root connects. Mickey.
They don't have any damage. Black gets all their damage. Mickey's already under tower.
Oh, they
now
turn their attention.
Oscar caught out a little bit here, trying to queue back, flashing to safety. Mickey trying to body block what he can, but there's not really a lot that can be done. Oscar taking over to level 8 though, luckily, and
Mickey gets 6.
trying to get something else. TP now going in topside. Oscar locked up, gets the queue back into Sheo. Good initial burst damage, but now Mickey's going to be in trouble. Fnatic overcommitting a bit there to try and save Oscar.
And I think Fnatic, they don't have the numbers to contest this.
Picking elsewhere on the map. Upset just now able to move up. It looks like they're going to try and start the fight. Initial disengage coming in from Razork. Razork trying to lock one up. In the meantime, though, Mickey now getting started, but a lot of skills missing. A little bit chaotic here. Ulti now coming in from Humanoid. First kill coming in. Shut down there. Sten taken out as well. Sheo, Camilo trying to get the kill back onto Humanoid, but the flash out is just in time. Mickey will finally go down. Humanoid trapped in the pit with his ultimate, but getting some damage back. Upset. Where's the Q going to go? Only onto Carlson. Razork there in the meantime. Messy back and forth fight. Upset going in to get one more. Camilo in trouble. The Vara should just be able to finish it. Double kill for Upset. Right next to the grub pit as Razork looks to grab all 6 grubs and complete the feats of strength.
It's a 4 versus 5, and Fnatic end up getting everything. The bot tower is getting absolutely demolished as well. Fnatic able to outplay Heretics and get away with murder.
The fact that they also get 6 grubs and now bottom tower.
Yep, they get everything. Fnatic get absolutely everything. We have to go back to live.
Razork starting off with the ulti. Sten going to do what he can to body block. Camilo going to backstep, not to get caught. They should be able to escape. Sten might be sacrificed here. Likely to be. Sheo, Redemption, giving a bit more health. The finish is there. Again, Team Heretics just too damn weak. Ulti now coming in. Mickey going to fall with an ulti of his own. Camilo just no room to play. Desperate. Also grabbing an objective at the same time. And this is the thing, when you're this far behind, you don't have to commit all 5 members to do anything. It's so easy for Fnatic to have their cake and eat it too. Uh-oh. Sheo. That's not your jungle anymore. Long range root, immediate follow-up. Redemption will get a little bit of health back, but the Q out from Razork to deny that initial healing. Carlson now trying to follow up on a Humanoid. Humanoid could be in trouble. This would be a big shutdown, but already the first kill goes down. The rest of Team Heretics scrambling to cover, but Mickey might just look for the engage. Upset over the wall, does have ulti available if they want to keep this one going. Nice snipe from Upset means he's on a rampage. 4-0-4. The opposition left wanting as Oscar in his
Flank, there's opportunities, but Fnatic just have so much distance that they can play with.
Mickey Q flash into the W, hit confirming there, and Camilo, sadly, for what feels like thus far, where Fnatic are so wildly far ahead that it is difficult to push the game forward in a meaningful way once you knock down these tier 2s.
Goodness, yeah, they're just
Razork. Bit of poke, Sten now firing back. Upset's ult gonna trigger onto Carlson, locking him down. Camilo there, but again, he used his ult in the previous play. Humanoid gonna fire his ult out. Carlson now in trouble. They don't have quite enough damage to finish the kill.
Man is playing PvE right now.
Uh-huh.
He's been involved in one of the team's 12 kills. That doesn't mean he has been useless in this game. As
Strong
Flacket,
pressure point is Flack gets, yeah,
at this point, I mean, what's there to say? That's why he's doing it, Dracos.
Very
he
true.
has the ultimate from the Maokai to zone them away.
Camilo locked up. Chalk blast from just so far away.
Turn their attention back towards the objective, and I mean, what else is there to say?
A lot of people, whether this goes right or wrong, you have to do wacky stuff when you're this far behind. You're not coming back on a normal play. He does know. Oh, he spotted 2. I think Fnatic might try to time it up for the 3-piece combo where you go Herald into Otacon into Baron.
Ah, yeah, the classic.
The rarely seen, yeah, the 3-nugget meal.
By the way, good luck face checking this, Heretics.
And this is one of the things about Leona that I don't like as much, even though she has a lot of strengths, is she's doesn't have that 5
Razork's going all in.
Razork at least rooted to stop any further follow-up. Body block, a bit of healing coming in from the Redemption, but Oscar in over the wall, gonna do a bit. Mickey now following up the combo. Humanoid there to do the damage. Upset there as well. Easy for the carries as Upset's just speeding through. That's the opportunity movement speed. Fine with that Ghost Blade. Double kill now. Fnatic haven't lost anybody yet, and it's 2 down on the side of Team Heretics.
Combos are lethal as well. Rel plus Hui. Oh, yeah. Walked into a brush that you did not have vision of. Upset goes godlike.
They're going to get this 3-piece combo, but
they are going to get the 3-piece combo.
I think it's I'm going to say first time in competitive history. Don't know. Haven't watched enough LPL or LCK. It was the first time I've seen it. Herald into Otacon, probably base, walk back, get Baron. Surely there's...
Ends up getting the double. Uh-oh, Camilo. He's in danger.
Upset flash forward. Aggressive use of the cooldowns. Baron's still not up. Sheo probably dead here.
I think he's dead, yeah.
Summons Daisy. A million pieces of poke
killed
from sources that he cannot see. Nice Q back, though. He did get tricky with it. Credit to him. If they weren't turbo far ahead, that would have been the kind of movement that would have kept him alive.
What an absolute slaughter from Fnatic. This is the level of play that I think Fnatic fans were hoping to see. They were a little concerned after day 1, but they bounced back strong. 2-1 is going to be how they round out their first week of the LEC as Mickey sets his sights on the Nexus turrets.
Nexus now likely to fall. Really nothing Team Heretics can do. Might not even be a consolation kill available for them, especially as the buff remains on the Fnatic lineup. False life there, available. Fnatic are not going to drop a member in this siege. They might send a few members back to base, but as long as they hit the Nexus, they shouldn't lose anybody. Finally, one false life buff down. They're killing them in the fountain. 2 have now withdrawn. Blackhead likely to fall as well. 1 more. Q going in. Fnatic chance starting.
I mean, this is just bullying.
This is bullying. They're being cyberbullied. There it is. Fnatic win the game. Well played across the board. Team Heretics.
Like it's going to be a top man Vesa, and Chayek runs the Ari. Now, this is going to be interesting. I mean, I think Chayek has been quite a strong player. We didn't really get to see much yesterday because Vitality were already there.
Vision on towards Vitality. They would have liked to get a ward down just to spot out where Linces is, but now LEC actually
Charms
great
up.
charm.
And it's a W as well. Dagda, that's an easy first blood. Beautiful setup.
Work out as well he was like, but oh, Hilly.
Okay, now he's off guard, Dagda. He's also offside, I think, because Hilly just runs back to safety net. Here's Jojo as well. Ignite down, and he just used his disengage. His flashes down as well.
Kill. And with the opportunity for the, I was going to say for the Void Groups to be taken by LEC, you're just going to get the trade now for Linces on the opposite side.
As Kazi matches his top side, Alvaro going to take True Shot Barrage, running away. His crash down is down. Watching that. Knock up there. Jojo sees Linces and Vault Breaker away. Grub still being taken by Movistar Koi.
Yeah, this is the issue. I don't think you can really contest. Super going to get a ton of damage onto Hilly. And now, TP from Jojo. Was it TP? That just
He goes back and Linces walks right in. It's a trap. The answer is just like that. And Jojo walks out. Vitality's early game, it is slowly being taken away. Dagda fights.
Movistar Koi can maybe put up for a bit of a fight in mid lane as a response to this, but Vitality, 2 dragons at least, not the bot, which is why Vitality trying to defend.
It's Hilly himself moving in Tribrush, trying to contest with the vision, but Magnet Storm is the turn. You see the flash away from Linces because there was some Strangled Thorns about to be on the way. LEC sending out the Tangle Barbs himself, and Vitality are still on edge, but Hilly's just sitting there waiting. I'm not sure. Quickness in, maybe a bait, maybe a ruse. It was! Jojo ultis out. Chayek follows through, gets a reset, gets a flash. The charm, and LEC burns his 2. Hilly's getting hit some wild thorns on the way out, while Super now has to pick apart. Disgusting, honestly. It's like getting hit in the face by a peanut, you know? There's first turret. It'll shorten a little bit thanks to the fact that this turret is going to go down to Vitality, but yeah, LEC is strong. See, because Armageddon,
as we said, to try and make things a little bit easier for Chayek and keep Jojo Pyun in check, because Nako is actually doing well on the opposite side. Now they're looking for Jojo.
He's going to go back to his soul. Linces runs in. It's buffered by the ulti, but there's the cease and desist. Charm underneath turret. Chayek is tanking up, and he gets out in the end. Now Alvaro wants to seal the deal on a return trade, but Linces, even with the ignite down, there's not enough damage yet. This is the problem. Rel is getting the slow down. Dagda says, hang on a minute, there's a dog on the way. That floating little woofer in Super is now in range. Cease and desist, look at the blockage. Linces just walks into brush, he's now dead, and Turret will take care of him while Super gets the kill credit in his first of the game.
Super with the toe beans of doom there, making his way down to the bottom side of the map.
By accident in front of Dragon. I love our observer just disappeared from that as soon as he saw it, by the way.
No, it's, yeah, you see something you're not supposed to immediately just move the camera away. We don't want to embarrass him. But it is at least a nice dragon take here for LEC, because this could have potentially been 3rd dragon for Vitality. But again, investing that play onto the bottom side, they don't get a chance. So now I think it just comes down to Mbessa. Mbessa, Atakan.
I'm dumb, Dagda, because now it's feats of strength.
Man, invested either. Alvaro went for the ultimate, because if you get that kill, that just sets you up for the Atakan take, but they're going to be happy out. Hilly now taking some damage off Super.
No Demolish up and available. Mirwin only with the chunk.
But that's huge for Vitality. Nako's still pushing him bot, and he kept his TP. Now the
Cease and desist onto Super. The 80 carry caught out. They all jump in the back line, but Super's not knocked up. He was pushed forward by Linces, and Hilly got baited in. Koi get the open. Now, as I see all the summoners drop down, the Dragon being the cost is quite nice here. Koi going to match 2 for 2. And Ocean Soul, remember, with 2 Ocean Dragons.
Now moving up towards the top side, they'll have vision that he's gone, but do you feel comfortable with the dive, Super?
Under turret, he's there. He's early, but doesn't matter. The perfect execution makes a public version. right down for the shutdown. Now numbers advantage is big as it pays off, and Alvaro's ulti on the return puts them in trouble. I'm looking at KOI now because they're in this choke in a very bad spot as Hilly gets a knockup, gives the kill over. Mew in the tank wants something and he gets a flip, granted, but what can Elyoya do at half HP?
The rest of the carries off, but Hilly, he's fine, he'll W out of this.
Yep.
Won't W out of this.
He just sent out Dagda. What have you done?
Sorry. Didn't, yeah, alright. Well, Hilly goes down.
Yeah.
Now you have no support for your engage for these potential. Okay, oh, he's
These
gone!
wards are hurting Vitality just after a great flank from them.
For Movistar KOI, plus then taking down some of these turrets. That's such a huge swing off of these 2 picks.
I mean, Elyoya finds it. Now, props to Vitality here in this game. They found flanks before. It looks like they're trying to do it again. And Naknako is here. He's just dealing with Mewin. Or he's going to ignore him and get the turret. You know, it always...
You just take the fight and you're happy out regardless.
Good shot. Alvaro looks for an engage. KOI is still thinking, what can we do? Mewin gets a flip back, and remember, those Atacam buffs are going to outlive the Baron at this rate. Good ulti here from Jojo. Hilly almost dies. Running into it, and Mewin, you can see, doesn't care. Perfect all out with the Stranglethorns in the middle, and as he goes over the wall, they still have it. And even though it's been competitive and I've enjoyed the journey of this game, however slow the kills have been, you know, I have to come back and say that every single time we get in a fight with Elyoya, like, the damage is obvious.
Being onto the Zyret is next to impossible. He gets locked up, great engage from Alvaro.
To say that Jojo has now had another fantastic performance.
Yeah. I mean, look, let's be real. The Ahri was a couple of pixels wide on the charms, but in general was quite impactful in that game yesterday as well. So I think Jojo's been a great addition. Vitality, though, at least did sneak away this Ocean Dragon, so it won't be a third Ocean Dragon yet for Movistar KOI, but I think the real problem again is just this Baron buff is going to wreck any structures that they have outside the base and make it impossible for them to contest.
Elyoya's conversion on turrets as well with those autos, you can see.
Find those moments to kick back against them.
They're set up here in the proof of the pudding, right? As Mewin's going to be the target. I mean, Kazi has the damage to start taking him down, but he's going to take a while to flip back the Arcane Shift right into him, and now get ready for some true damage. However, flashing away, he knows he's about to die, and shutdown given over to Kazi. Vitality, there's one pick. It might open up the game as Kazi's damage on Elyoya very insurmountable right now. Flash away from Chayak's charm as the ulti still comes through. Cease to desist, public execution, another shutdown. But in the backline, look at Jojo. He found a 2-man ulti. He's bringing the fight back until Kazi says, nah, bugger it. I'll carry the game myself.
There's the
Says g'day. Now you can see Elyoya is trying to move into position, get a grasping roots onto Kazi, cleanses out, not caught out by Jojo Pyun, who finds his own angle at half HP. Is their superstar AD carry? He picks up some lettuce from the ground. Okay. 99 cents Dagda. That's worth it for the health.
He's still, though, now Nakanako is on that top tower. No one has reset on Vitality's side. Third Dragon, I think you're okay to give across to Vitality if you're actually starting to get to work on these outer turrets. You can see it's about to fall there, and he's able to work through the super minions. So Movistar KOI starting to slip a little bit. They're trying to respond with Jojo Pyun on this bottom side, but Chayak is going to be in position to answer. So it's a Dragon for a tier 2.
Yep.
If you can get the soul, it's worth, but I actually like the call from Vitality, just play the map state.
Well, Elyoya at least moving to soul point, but as you said, getting some gold in their back pocket to catch up, maybe to these 4th items, which Kazi was already there, but looking at Chayak specifically is from the likes of Alvaro, who's got his flash available as well, mind you, but one thing is Dagda as the flip comes in. Chayak ulti's out. Fateseal though catches the superhero 80 carry. He's almost dead until Super comes in and shuts him down. There's another kill onto Chayak, and that's what they needed to get back into the position they're in.
I cannot believe Jojo managed to catch both of the carries for Vitality. The words were on the tip of my tongue to say, it's so mobile, there's no way you can hit them, but Movistar KOI find a way, and now can Linces answer.
Oh, he's trying onto Super again. Public execution gets into the backline, and Naknaka's doing work. Super flashes away though, but they've run out of their damage. Their 2 carries are down. and KOI with their import mid laner with the NA superstar, the youngest LCS champion, are about to win their second game of the LEC Winter Split as Jojo under turret cares not, and with that turret dropping down as well, KOI move on to the last. Lince's left standing, but for how much longer? The ace comes through, and KOI take down the B, secure the honey for week 1. As well, Loopy needs engaged. There needs to be something that solidifies this comp together. Dagda, there's a couple of elements here for SK that need to work and sync up nicely, right?
So the problem is when you're Rahel matching into Hansama while being down on items because he hasn't got a good reset off and had to start with tiers. So it's been really, really weird.
Might get to prove it a little bit here as Zenithblade taken over. Rika does actually get level 6 now. Lavrov is the target. They want something, but Shattering Strike delays the engage onto Skumon. Shield of Daybreak, a Javelin toss, Fate sealed. Rika doesn't connect. It's Flash's burn, but a Zenithblade, a follow-up. SK are getting something from this play, and it will be Lavrov in the end who sacrifices his life so Skumon lives. Oh no! The Javelin toss hits him in the booty.
Caps didn't move. It was actually the full rotation from SK to get into position. Now Hansama, he's going to fall underneath this tower as well. Broken Blade has no TP to get here.
Ooh.
Neither does Caps.
These would be stacks tonight. This will be a big kill. Hansama needs to get something in return. He flashes, but under turret, Isma's got his name. 3 kills, Dagda, and all of a sudden that early lead, that early mishap, the lane allocation, all of it out the window because just steal this from their hands. Javelin toss connects and G2 are angling themselves. You see Broken Blade ready to send out the Keeper's Verdict, get a disengage at 1.5. It's going to be a Dragon Seal for Isma, but he has to get nearby. Teleport bringing in as well, but the Smite already gone down. The Fate Seal, though, connects perfectly. Skumon in a lot of trouble, but against the wall, Broken Blade denies it being clean.
Playing on bot side, as you can see, Lavrov cheating down towards that side to protect Caps.
Well, it's just given up for grubs in the meantime. As you said, to protect Caps so they can get in and use some of these grubs' power. Rika's just going to take a bit of damage under turret, but at least sometimes there's no objectives stacked up. It's rare. But imagine having no objectives on the map. I'm telling you, we need another buff. Let's put in a green buff.
Yeah. Atakan's twin brother for, what is it, like 7 minutes in the game?
Yeah. What does he give? A little GA, only a minute this time, as Gen Axe turret dive is going to kick us off. Skumon is not in yet, the all-out use, and Broken Blade didn't even tag him up until now. Oh! That's Corky might be going back for Trinity Force. Lavrov stopping that back as I talk about it. I'm curious when our observers go.
Look, they are still getting to grips with the new roster.
They are.
And I think saying they are the worst team in LEC, for example, Mr. Hysterics.
Zenith Blade, it catches up. Actually, Broken Blade might be dead. He flashes away, but he's going to get ranged here. A flash to match the auto, and down he goes with the turret, which leads them into the feats of strength.
Okay, that was a great pick from SK. That's exactly what you want to do. They don't go towards the Dragon knowing that they don't have that TP advantage we talked about in Recurse. Instead, they're just going to look for plays elsewhere. Pick Nerdy clearing out that top tower will come with the next wave, so nicely done by SK. Kind of getting one back here against G2.
I might be a bit silly. I think Feat of Strength actually picked up by G2 decked up. I saw it on the little overlay there that I believe its bottom outer turret actually fell before mid.
Yeah, so they got first. They're going to have to fight the 5v5, get something early.
Loopy sends up with a Zenith Blade while G2 are killing Baron's younger sister. For now, G2 ignore it as Broken Blade. Remember, he was here first. Loopy is caught unawares and gives the cash into Hansama.
That's not the TP. That's not the TP.
It's unstoppable, but not when Steadfast Presence is up and available. Gen Axe has to flash away as well as G2 now play their own version of front to back, and Caps starts electrocuting Rahel. He gets Fate Sealed. He flashes away, and Rika wants to get out of his own way, but Lavrov keeps him in place, and Isma has to walk up, now walk away. Hansama's ready to pounce.
Gen Axe got Skumon though, so it is a 1-for-1 and all said and done. Now the team Skumon, so I'm trying to see, yeah, because it looks like there was poke damage from Rahel and Isma immediately that took him low, but now Loopy caught out.
Yeah, he is once again. He burned his flash in the last trade, so this is a free kill for G2, and you know, Caps is just going to take this in a second. About how strong Isma was, and Dagny, you're very right when you talked about the impact that this Nidalee could have in this game. To add a bit of priority in that bot side. Teleport being used by Caps just to get a bit closer, set up for this fight. Loopy again is the first target. He's the front line, but Broken Blade gets knocked back. Rika, though, a two-man is perfect, but Caps walks it out. Gen Axe all out, but now he's squishy, and he's without the rest of SK. He sacrifices his life, but gives a shutdown, or rather a catch in, and a dragon. I thought SK were going to finish it, Dagda, but Isma walked it away, and SK just didn't want to stay.
It was a great ultimate from Rika. Now kind of see if he can get on towards Broken Blade, but he's just too tanky. And the problem was, Rika, the ultimate was class. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But Loopy missed the solar flare in the follow-up, which meant that they couldn't really stay in the fight to finish off those low health members. So G2 ended up taking the fight and now getting so much more.
Flash shove against the wall, Caps with a storm. Barika, a double kill.
They can just continue to play out the wave states and wait for potential mountain soul for themselves.
Loopy again is the engaged. Solarflare missed again, Dagda. He flashes away, but where's he gonna go? Skumon takes his kill credit. Over the wall, LeBron gets the Magnet Storm while Genax is slowed down, stunned up. Rika, he gets his ulti again. It's onto Cabs, but no one else there. A storm of chaos peruses. It's peaceful on Summoner's Rift. That's because
it got real quiet
the
real
curse of Atakan has been lifted. This guy being in this game, thanks to the fact that their mid and 80 carrier fed, pushing up sides. Caps is now just using Broken Blade with an ulti.
Oh my god, that
Rika! Holy. Well, flash away. Rika, see you later. Oh, LeBron is dead.
He's fine. He's just gonna go
Withdrawing.
straight back to base.
What do you think happens when you withdraw?
You go back to base.
Yeah.
I think it literally you can see it on screen.
Not
Hansa's going to need to. No.
No, but I mean, like, you know, like in life, Rika is about to die if he stays there. Good thing he dodged away.
They do lose the tier 2 mid though. I just would like to point out. So see, Jake, that's where you go.
That's yeah.
But the tower doesn't have false life, so it's not going to go back to base.
No.
It's
so what happens to the
gone.
turret when it dies?
I don't think it has a soul, but I don't know if we're going that deep
Can't
into
save
it.
that. How do you know? Are you telling me
it wasn't in the patch notes, so that's all I have to go off of.
Small text, buildings have souls. Cap still with a GA, yeah, he can do this. He doesn't care. Broken Blade can also do this, he cares not. I mean, G2 all of a sudden, just because they've got Atakan, they're in control, and they're going to teleport in, Dagda.
Hell has TP as well, though, so he's actually going to join in.
This is the target again, Loopy at half
That's
HP.
very far forward for
It
Corky.
is right in the middle of everything, and it creates a Magnet Storm, Chaos Storm. SK are unborn. A double over the Caps as it holds the rift. Hot damn, that's some electricity as Rika gives over.
For the man himself in the mid lane.
10-0 and 4, all of a sudden we celebrate him more.
It was already an uphill battle. Now it's just
Zoning's big. SK are a 5-man group now looking for an angle to find a pick, but they'll get nothing of the sort. G2 with an inner turret top, that's now down. Broken Blade is using Baron to push in mid, and he's drawn the attention of 2 people. That opens up windows here. G2 getting engaged on. Rika thinks better of it. The next wave start crashing in.
There's very little they can do. You can see SK running back towards their Nexus turrets, but I don't think they're really going to keep themselves either. Skumon just poking with the wind becomes lightning, threatening and engage. But G2, they got what they came for, and mid lane's next in the cards.
Caps get a double penta. That's what we wait for. I mean, this Victor's capable of it. As SK look, they're going to get slowed down, and here he comes again. Loopy flashes away, doesn't want to get gravity field. Magnet Storm is beautiful. Let's just do it again, Dagda. But this time it's hard to get the double kill, but hell, you still see that Chaos Storm owning the rift. Genax moves to the fountain, but G2 in 28 minutes say enough is enough. Ending week 1 with a win. We see this roster pull it all together to end out their debut.
Turns out if you give Caps the most broken mid laner on the patch, he's going to do absolutely.
All right.
So I'm not the biggest fan of this for Giant X. I feel like you're heavily reliant on your Sejuani and Yone to be your engage tools. I love the Renata pick here for Targamas because it's just that lots about to tick over to 4, and now Yike going to fall behind again.
Losing his own jungle now. Closer doesn't have a smite available, so he's going for the kill. A bit of health gain, but Yike, a permafrost flashing out because under turret's the only safe place to be. Vladdy's now coming to help out, but he's low on mana too. A flash, shove into the wall. Targamas at level 2, he's matched. Permafrost, no blast cone for him.
And that's what Casey are expecting. But Vladdy isn't expecting Closer to come in behind him. Isn't a ward though.
There is a ward, he's trying to bait it out because Targamas is there, but Permafrost again, it's easy with melee. Vladdy's gonna die! Jackie's
outside to get Raptors with Krugs, whereas you don't really have the luxury of a huge amount of these up for Yike. His bottom side at least is starting to respawn, but continuously had on that top, so about entering into this pit, but it does mean you're going to have a lot of pressure now if Jackies is able to get on towards a tower or Noah is able to get some pressure down. But yeah, actually.
Backing away.
Yeah.
No mid-pro.
No Varus here. So it's only Yike who's trying to hold on to this bot side turret at the moment.
Power of XL, huh? Giant X, great early game. Flash, Yike tries to buffer it. He does so well, actually, but here's closer. As easy as that, as Noah dunks down the ball.
That was so...
It's out again. He's playing around with the conditioning of a potential steal, but as you said, Dagda, Giant X slowly but surely get the Herald of Mir.
It does force Jun and Noah to come across the pit, though, in case something was about to happen, which at least gives a push for Super, sorry, not for Super, for Kalist in mid. Super played Varus yesterday, so it's in my brain.
Nah, you're
but
right.
yeah, so they'll be able to move over with Yike now to just take that mid, the Dragon. So open up plays for KC.
All right, Dragons the trade. Second one for KC here. But still, Giant X hold this lead after this early game.
I think caught Kalist by surprise as well, but has the cleanse. Jackies has the Q3.
He buffers,
Okay,
that's
nice.
what he does, but the cease and desist also buffered. Yone, is he fair? Start voting in the chat.
He didn't even have to use the E. That was just the rest of his kit. But now, Lot going to put on pressure as the Rift Herald is used the mid to crack open that turret. So, Lot invested by KC towards that top side, and it's still Giant X slowly in charge of Mordekaiser, I think it was.
Yeah, there is
No,
Mordekaiser
Mordekaiser
references.
was the general.
Ooh, Jordan dead. Big ulti's used. Nice. The corruption and Vile.
I know what's going down, but you do have the Weaver's Wall if you really want to go for this.
Yeah, I mean, there is vision there. You're right, Weaver's Wall going to bring in closer right to the pit, but it doesn't matter. At the edge of patience, they hold it, and they smite.
Noah looks extremely comfortable on the Corki, and here is Jackies.
Yeah, here he is. Flatty, seismic shove, but Jackie's close to killing him, flash away. But remember, he's got another life. Yike comes in trying to help out Flatty, but with the cease and desist seismic shove, Jackie's buys a bit of time. He withdraws, he dies, but look towards bot. Dragon's going to be taken. Soul Point, excuse me, it's a bait. It's the second Dragon for Giant X. And Lot getting the shove to the inner turret here is what the time bought.
I don't know how much you can really do with this, though, as Giant X. Could maybe look for the dive. Jackie's is TP back into mid lane, but there's no real map pressure here, and now there's 5 members.
Look at him. Does Lot care? I mean, he'll just withdraw. There you go. Giant X back away a little bit. They got the damage down.
But you didn't get the tower, right? And KC haven't invested anything. Now Vladdy's able to answer the wave in mid. You don't have Jackie's ultimate to go for this, so they need to really hard force on this next play to get stuff, but they don't. Oh, 3 versus 5?
Well, they get cleanse onto Kalist. Let's see if it goes any further. Shove into the wall is good. There's damage from Noah. Public execution as well, but the hostile takeover slams Noah and Jun into each other until KC defend their turret. You are right, Dagda, is a low health bar there, but defense is good as Jackie's. He's going to find the turret. Weaver's Wall just zones off the minions.
So nothing really for the Atacom buff. You're held on with both Noah. I think you still has it and Jun, but that's not really the end of the world, is it? Okay, so they die for the turret.
Now we get it. Team fight in. There's none of that. They're on equal stakes outside of the gold, of course, as Nearly all out just pulls that point apart. Vladdy's caught. It's a great ult from Lot, who flashes away as Vladdy looks for his reset, but he won't get bailed out. Closer gets the kill. He runs away. There's a great poppy ult, and Yike is slammed against the wall. A double kill for the old KC jungler. And Giant X with a brilliant pick.
What a pick in the enemy jungle. Setting up immediately to now go towards the Baron. Kalist gets knocked to high hell as well, so there's just no one to try and answer for this. Giant X, that's exactly what they needed to do to blow up in this game.
We just snapped to top, and with that pick as well, you know, Vladdy sent packing. Curious to see where it came from, Dagda, as we look at the replay, but Baron down. Bites the dust. This Red Bull Baron power play is now about to move to 3K as Lot is just shepherding the cannon minion wave in. Yike helps clear it out, but look at what the cannon minion's able to do. That drop, well, Dagda, should I say it? Giant X closing the game.
Armor stacking starting to come in for key members in KC, so.
Chains, cease and desist, flash away, good ulti from close. It means that Targamas can't get anywhere near the fight either, so they just turn for Yike, who is isolated from the rest of his team. Good damage out, but Jackie's went into the...
Lot pushing in on that top end to make sure that the waves are at least in their favor, but this has gone down so quick. It's Kana. Yike can still get in.
Yeah, he can, but he's a little bit late. So ulti comes in as Kalist sends out his own, but Yike is just blown. Surely Ambessa can't gap close that much. Oh, yeah. I think I'm
Yone versus Ambessa. The eternal struggle as to who can get more mobility there.
Imagine not having a dash this year. You know, isn't that crazy? Jackie's took a bit of burn damage, but I'm watching Noah channel up the bottom side wave. Targamas poked out a little bit as well. Good from Jun, but the whole team's here now. He has to flash away. It's from Yike that he must fear, but Noah's damage is immense. It's a 4-item Corky now, who's helped by the rest of Giant X getting in this bot wave.
Laddie just trying to get rid of the wave, but the Baron of Creeps are not falling easy. The cannon, not going to be able to take it down. Can't able to finish that one off, but a stiff breeze will blow over that bot lane turret, and now you got to deal with mid as well.
They're carrying in multiple waves, so Giant X with this Baron buff. You look at top, you look at mid now. Lot is just making sure this cannon does a bit of damage. Kana clears it out as this next wave in bot is going to be crucial. Giant X getting close to finally cracking the base in this game.
Still, just the cannon going to come through, so...
Seismic Shoulders on to close to everything used, but the poppy off from John was sexy, man. That was brilliant. Now any steadfast presence left over, you got to ask that from KC's angle as Noah pokes out rocket after rocket, and one sent out. A phosphorus bomb, if they're close enough, will hurt as well, but an inhibitor to drop down from Giant X, poking around, moving between things like the seismic shove, a double inhibitor to boot, make that 3 when top comes in.
Yeah, Jackie's going to be able to finish that one off. It feels like it's done and done in this game for KC.
Almost found it, but can he go any further? Lot cares not, and he flashes out of the end. Maybe I was wrong. Giant X getting a bit antsy, but they get the turret from it because 3 waves have added the pressure in as Jackie's underneath has to flash. He was a soul unbound, easily found. 3 inhibitors.
Completely uncharted territories when it comes to Giant X right now.
A crazy start, isn't it? You know, G2 went 0-2. And Giant X are about to go 0-3. The ult sent in. Look at Jackie's, a fate sealed, and the deal gone with it as well. Targamas ulti comes out late, but Giant X are taking no more damage. An all out from Lot. When you ask, is there anything from the trolley? And Giant X in week 1 of the LEC will take not only the Lot, but they'll take KC down and prove that this team, with their roster swaps, could be looking at brand new horizons.